first of all, I'd like to thank Vitafoods for putting up such an interesting program and also for allowing us to talk today. It is a pleasure and an honor to be here today with you this afternoon, and so that we can discuss about how GLP-1 receptor agonists have rewritten weight management and how we as an industry can add value from a nutritional standpoint. Okay, but first of all, for those who don't know who we are HTBA, and HTBA stands for HealthTech BioActives. We are pioneers in the development of vitamin B12 active forms and flavonoids, and we also manufacture it, and we have more than 45 experience in the field. Our headquarters are in Barcelona, just 5 kilometers from where we are here today, and our manufacturing plant, which is state-of-the-art and has been renovated recently, is located in the south of Spain, in the province of Murcia, very nicely located in the middle of lemon trees and orange tree fields. And we have also 2 ideation centers, of which I will be talking about later in the presentation. We operate in 4 different markets, including APIs, functional health, taste modulation, and animal nutrition. So, for those of you who have been in the industry around for a while, I'm sure that we would all agree that the big weight management category is barely recognizable today. So GLP-1 receptor agonists, GLP-1 for short, are reshaping the weight management landscape, and they are here to stay, as we will see it now. And definitely the category is being reset. So GLP-1 drugs have proved to be very efficient in weight loss, and now supplements, as we will see along the presentation, are very much needed, but they need to be redefined. Because having drugs that are active, we might need to work around where do we add value, what can we contribute to people that are on the journey of weight loss with GLP-1 receptor agonists. And as we will see in the presentation, we think we have a clear opportunity in supporting the therapy. So, as we will see, the goal would not be to fight, let's say to compete, but rather than to support. And as I said, this scenario does not eliminate supplements. On the other hand, it does push for supplements to be there and to contribute heavily to this lost weight journey. And if anyone had at any time the thought that maybe GLP-1 will be just there for a while and then leave, we can say that they are no longer a niche. GLP-1 drug market, as you can see in this number, it's massive. So 1 in 8 adults in the United States are currently using or have used GLP-1 medication last year. And the category by 2030 is projected to be as big as 150 billion with V euros. So we are not talking here about a niche. We are really talking about a big, large, and very important pie. And additionally, we need to say that this remote is funny. Okay, yeah. We need to say that the global burden of obesity is continues to increase. So as you can see here, the numbers are striking. And this obesity global market is forecast in 2035 to reach $4 trillion US. So 30% of consumers globally think that they are controlling somehow their weight, and 1 in 2 they say that weight management is their biggest physical health concern. which means that the category was important in what we can call the pre-GLP-1 era, but this category is now being reset thanks to these very effective drugs. So according to NBJ, by 2028, now we're talking about the weight management supplements, they will be getting almost to $10 billion by 2028. So basically that old promise that we all have heard from supplements like this, take this to help you lose weight is no longer enough, because what we really think is that supplements have not yet capitalized on pharma-led momentum, meaning that these GLP-1s are here, as we've seen, they are not an inch, they're here, they're going to stay because they are very effective. And so we can say that the logic of growth has fundamentally changed. And we are seeing a blooming market of supplements that are promising some kind of GLP-1 activity, whether they are natural agonists or partial agonists or GLP-1 enhancers. But maybe we should stop here and think, is it really that the GLP-1s are not doing the job they are supposed to do? Because in fact they are doing the work, they are helping very much people lose weight. So maybe then we should think, okay, let's rethink about it, and instead of competing with the GLP-1, maybe we should support them. So the key opportunity in here lies, I say, in supporting the therapy rather than competing with it. And because I would say that GLP-1 have become really the center of gravity of weight management. So we have to work around them, supporting them, never competing with them. So in the past we thought, okay, we can take a fat burner, for instance, maybe something which is going to help us lose weight and burn fat, but this is no longer the case because GLP-1s are doing the job. But we want to mention, and it's as we at HTBA are always keeping an eye on what the end consumers need and want and what they do. So we always keep an eye on their behavior. So we've seen the GLP users are already changing the regimen of life. So they're changing what they do and how they approach their everyday life. So around 60% of them exercise more than before they use their GLP-1, which is also maybe a new good industry working with training shoes and some kind of exercising fashion. But anyway, and so they also drink more water. 40% of them have adjusted their diet. And very important here in this industry is that 30% already taking supplements. However, these supplements, as we will see a little bit later on, don't seem to be enough. Users are saying, bring us something extra with them. And why so? We will see also in a while. But the very important here is that the consumer's behavior is changing. So you can see their lifestyle is changing with the drug. So it means that the drug itself is very effective, but it's not enough. So here there's work we can do to, let's say, be the companions, take the hands of the users and go with them along their weight loss journey. And as said, they are also changing their diet. So these people are eating much better. They are taking more fruits, more fish, more whole plants, and also said they don't want a fat burner. They are already burning fat with the GLP-1. So However, because they're eating, let's say, less, so they are running a lower intake lifestyle, they are very concerned about their nourishment. So they want to be nourished, which was something that in the past, because maybe they ate a lot of calories, because they ate a lot of stuff, they were not concerned with. So this is something that we have to take into account. They want to, along the journey of GLP-1, they want to take to make sure that they take enough nutrients. Also, it is quite clear, and they've said, claim it loudly, is that they want to stay nourished, as just said, but they also want to be strong. They want to be resilient and to be on track with their treatment. So, as we will see a bit later on, there are side effects of the GLP-1 treatment on which we can really support the users. Okay, so the medication alone, and this is an important message, medication alone is not enough to make this weight loss journey sustainable. So we need to hold their hands and help them with that. And here are some of the side effects when you're using GLP-1. So from the weight you're losing, 60% of it is fat. So you're losing fat, and that's very good from the perspective of your health, because that reduces cardiovascular risks, whatever, and this is a lot of weight you're losing. But the 40% of muscle loss, this is really a drawback. Because here what we can get from it from a nutritional point of view or from a supplement point of view is that we need to protect the body composition. So it's no longer just, okay, you're losing weight and I don't care which composition you're losing. Here, losing muscle is really a big drawback, because we are all aware that muscle is what really keeps you healthy, allows you to be resilient, to be strong. So by doing that, we should focus on our support here to support the muscle loss. Also, another drawback is the energy and nutrient gaps. Why so? Because people on GLP-1, as we have seen, they are changing their diet, they are lowering the intake, but also they are also having or eating less calories, or intaking less calories. So each of their calorie must work harder. So we have to make sure that every calorie they take really transforms into energy they can use. So if we're thinking that we are losing muscle and then you are eating less energy, and this energy might not be enough for us, then we are losing weight, but we're also losing, I would say, maybe quality of life. So I'm losing weight, but I don't feel energetic enough. I don't feel better. I feel undernourished, right? And another side effect is gastrointestinal discomfort. This is very common in people that are taking GLP-1, and also this might need to be addressed. But what we would like to say here is from the market perspective, it is quite striking that it's not very frequent that the consumers are already telling us what they want. So they want to stay nourished, they want to be strong, they want to be resilient, and they also want to handle the journey better. So basically they are telling us what they want from us. And now it's us to be creative enough to be able to support them with everything they want. And as said, it's this such clear brief, it's quite unusual at this scale. So as said, we have checked also on the natural kind of Ozempic, and what we have seen here is that the supplements that have been claiming some kind of GLP-1 activity have been increasing since 2020 at a huge scale, and that the GLP-1 nutritional support market value for 2035 is forecast to be $13 billion. So we're talking here about a big pie, and we want, obviously, a piece of this pie. And so we as a company have been listening to GLP-1 consumers and would like to contribute with nutritional support in two of the pain areas they are struggling in. So keeping their muscle mass and energy levels. And we have a proposal. And this proposal is called Linara. So Linara is bringing inner strength and also outer zest with the dual benefit companion that I'm gonna talk to you about in the next slides. So with Linara, we are promoting lean muscle development, energy metabolism, and also a reduction of fatigue. Linara can help you keeping and increasing muscle mass, and at the same time support your energy levels. Linara is a blend of flavonoids and active vitamin B12 form, and they act in two independent and yet complementary ways. And Linara admits further combinations, for example, protein matrices or other ingredients, also acting as nutritional companions. So Linara delivers these measurable results in body composition and metabolic health. It promotes, as said, lean muscle development and boosts muscle power. It's proved that it reduces fatigue, at the same time improving cognitive performance. And it optimizes metabolism and reduces oxidative stress. So both components, as said, acts in the same, in independent but complementary ways. So while giving more energy, metabolic energy, it also reduces oxidative stress and has proved to increase lean muscle mass. So in a nutshell, Linara stands out as this generic companion product offering both muscle and energy focus. As said, is a blend of flavonoids and vitamin B12 and includes a micronutrient and a bioactive modulator. So we think that with Linara, we are helping GLP-1 users in the long-term support for the sustainable journey across weight loss. And for that, we think that this is really gonna help the GLP-1 users who might be struggling, especially with the muscle loss and energy. So they feel like they are fulfilling their purpose, which was losing weight, but at what price? At not having energy, at not being resilient, at feeling like you're not nourished. So Linara can bring all this to them. And so at HTBA, we are inspired by nature, and with this inspiration, we build enduring, long-lasting partnerships with trusted raw material suppliers across the globe, harnessing the power of green chemistry and sustainability to drive innovation. So by staying closely connected to the consumer behavior, we ensure that the end users remain central to everything we do. And our agile, client-centric approach empowers us to deliver exceptional, tailor-made solutions, ensuring that our customers receive nothing less than excellence. And now I'm just gonna talk to you about the 2 ideation centers I commented on at the beginning of my presentation. So we have 2 of them, one in Barcelona and one in Cincinnati in the United States. And in these, in both locations, we designed and developed these tailor-made solutions for our customers. And I have to tell you that the people that are in these ideation centers are brilliant people. I can see some of them around here. They are super skilled professionals, they are very experienced, and they really think out of the box. So we've seen amazing developments where others said, oh, that's not possible. They really do help you go ahead with it and develop, at least at the end, the product, and they can bring these product concepts into life. So please come and meet them. You will be amazed by how good these people are. And well, I think that with that, I'm getting to the end of my presentation. And here you have my email if you want to contact me. But I would very much invite you to come and visit us at our booth. We are 5A14, and there we'll be happy if you come and say hi, and we can discuss further on Lean Ara and also about any other of our functional health solutions. And that's it. So with that, I would like to thank you for your attention and for being here instead of visiting Barcelona. So that's a big thank you. Thank you.